The body is going to respond to forces applied to it daily, whether those forces are good or bad. So if we exercise daily, we eat good food, the body is going to adapt to that. On the other side, if we sit and we're sedentary, the body is going to adapt to that force as well. That's why it's so important to be intentional about the daily habits that we implement into our lives. You do not have to be in pain to be a chiropractic patient. We should always take care of our spine proactively. It's the #1 frame and structure of our body. Gravity is constant, our body weight is constant. We get into awkward positions, we have labor-intensive jobs, we sit at desks all day, we spend time on our phone. Those forces are taken up by our spine. Having a daily or spinal care routine is important to maintaining and functioning with a healthy spine. The health stats in America right now are alarming. When 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women are diagnosed with cancer at some point in their life, it's no longer this question of if, it's now the scary matter of fact of when. 1 out of 3 people are diagnosed with diabetes. 1 out of 4 of our kids or our future kids are placed on a prescription medication that they're put on in middle school that they're not taken off of for the rest of their life. So if you want to avoid becoming another American health statistic, you have to do things drastically different than the majority.
Vibration therapy. This is our post-adjustment therapy. Here, we work with the muscle memory of the intrinsic muscle close to your spine. Vibration is known to increase bone density, better circulation, and lymphatic drainage. Now, vibration is the strongest stimulus to the brain. That's why our patients, after get adjusted, they come here, they're gonna use some weights on your body according to their specific x-rays, and they come, they stand up, and they do the therapy for the amount of time required for the specific treatment.
Your nervous system is so important. That's why we have a full skull that protects our brain, and we have a full spinal column that protects your spinal cord. Why is this important? Your nervous system controls every aspect of your body and how you function. Your spinal position also dictates on how your nervous system operates. The nerves that come out of your neck, they don't just stay and go to your local neck tissue. They go all the way down into your arms and your fingertips, but they also supply and send messages to important organs in the upper part of the body. That includes your thyroid, your heart, your lungs, and how you operate with motor function. The nerves that come out of the lower back, they don't just go to your butt and into your thigh muscles. That's what innervates your bowel, bladder, sex organs, liver, kidneys, pancreas, which is why the condition and position of your spine is so important to take care of.
So this is the neck traction unit. It's one of the most famous equipment that we see here in the office. Our patients love it. So the goal of the neck traction unit is first to rehydrate the joints. Second, to get more motion into the joints of your neck. And third, to get your spine, especially the curve of your neck, as close to normal as possible. We are aiming for that 45-degree curve in your neck. So the first thing that patients come to the office, they do the neck traction, get those joints loose, for later they're gonna get their chiropractic adjustment. Does your lifestyle require a long period of sitting, maybe at work? These are 3 tips that you can do today to decrease your lower back pain. First, alternate between being seated and standing. You want to take those joints out of that pressure when you're slouched in that sitting position. Second, make sure you visit your chiropractor and get adjusted frequently. At least every week, get your adjustment. That's the only thing that is gonna get those joints moving properly. And last but not least, make sure you're doing your spinal hygiene exercises. The same way if you have a dental hygiene, you gotta have a spinal hygiene exercise. So what do I love the most about Coastline Family Chiropractic? For sure, hands down, is the community, my patients. That's the reason I am here, the reason I come every day. I love when patients come to our office and sadly they're dealing with pain, but after they go through the process, now it's not only the pain away, but they start feeling better, more energy. They're going back to doing all the things that they were not able to do. Maybe play peekaboo, play with the son, grandchild, whatever it is. Those stories fill my heart every single day I come to the clinic.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you? Good to see you.
Too.
So I went over your paperwork and I see that you and Wesley have been a patient here for about a year and a half now. How are things doing?
Really good. Really good. So different than when I came in.
Yeah.
It was hard to get around with the kids and get on the ground with the kids, and it's just sleeping better and feeling better, and it's just like in the world.
Yes. Now your shoulders feel different from last visit.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about that.
Yes. So this one's feeling a little bit tight, a little bit. I'm getting some numbness in the arm.
Okay.
But I guess that's part of the adjustment process. And
Yeah.
gotta keep up with my exercises. And, yeah.
So this is a patient that came to our clinic with severe neck pain and headaches. So what we're looking at here is a patient facing this way. This is the jaw, this is the skull right here. And on the cervical spine, you should have a 45-degree curve. The reason why, that's how the joints are meant to move. That's how they are meant to bear the weight of your head. And second, when you have that proper alignment, there is no tension on the spinal cord that lives inside. So we took this patient through our process where they come to our office, they warm up their spine, take them to the full range of motion, then they get adjusted, but after the adjustment, they go to the muscle retraining. We gotta retrain the memory of the intrinsic muscle of the spine so that they hold the adjustment. They get the spinal hygiene equipment, some exercises that they're gonna be doing at home, and after a while with repetition and consistency, I'm about to show you how is this patient doing right now. So you can see how this patient went from a -1-degree curve on their spine all the way up to a +29. This patient is having no more headaches and no more neck pain. The healing process is not glamorous. Let's say you haven't worked out never in your life. You go to the gym today. How do you think you're gonna feel tomorrow? Sore. That's right. When we go to a corrective process, you're gonna feel some soreness coming on your spine. Just know that that's totally normal. It's part of the healing journey. It's part of taking your spine for wherever it is when you got to the office to as close to normal as possible. As I always say, consistency and repetition are the key for success. So why is sitting bad for your health and your spine? First, it increases the pressure on your joints of the spine. Second, it decreases the information that is going to your brain, making your brain even weaker. And last but not least, when you're sitting for a prolonged period of time, increases depression and anxiety. We know that posture affects the brain the same way the brain affects your posture. The best exercise to release your psoas sinus. Now, the psoas is a very interesting muscle. Why? Because it attaches in your lower back all the way to your femur. When you have a hypertonic psoas, it could get more pressure on this joint, giving you lower back pain. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna half kneel. Make sure that the knee that is touching the floor is the same side of the psoas that you wanna stretch. After that, you're gonna take the same side hand and you're gonna get it all of the way back. Once you do that, if you wanna have a little bit more stretch, make sure you lean your body to the opposite side, away from the psoas that you're stretching. Stay right there for 20 to 30 seconds and repeat this as much as you need. Is your lower back pain telling you more? It might. Let me explain to you why. You can see the spine needs to have 3 proper curves. One in the neck, one in the upper back, and one in the lower back. Now let's take a close look at the lower back curve. You can see this nerve, they go all the way down to your legs. But those same nerves are the nerve that goes to your male part, female part. It goes to your gut, it goes to your bladder. That's why when a patient comes to our office and they say they're having lower back pain, we take that very seriously. And we want to take a look, a dive deep, very close look to your lumbar spine to see the health of those joints and those nerves. Why is water intake important not only for your general health and well-being, but for your spine and the motion of your spine? We know that water is important because every single metabolic process, every single cell needs proper amount of water. Now, when it comes to your chiropractic treatment, we know that your joints need proper amount of water because of synovial fluid. This is what keeps a joint moving freely, and when we, as your chiropractor, give you the adjustment, you're gonna get even a better adjustment.
Hi there, I'm Dr. Callie with Coastline Family Chiropractic. We're gonna take a closer look at what we are looking at with the spine whenever you become pregnant. So these bones down here are the main ones that we're focusing on. Of course, we want to take the entire nervous system into account, but this bone, the sacrum, these bones, the ilium, those are typically where women notice the most discomfort because of expansion of this area whenever they become pregnant. Also, this bone in the front, as well as ligaments here that are coming off of your uterus. So there's specific techniques that we use that addresses these areas. Ligaments that come down here to allow your sacrum to move properly, to allow your hips to expand so that a baby can be housed in the best position possible. A lot of stress will be put down on these joints and they can become inflamed, especially if they're not in a good alignment. So we really take the time to make sure that these areas are in alignment so that you're in the least amount of discomfort possible, and that whenever the baby is ready to be delivered, everything's in alignment so that that delivery goes as smoothly as possible.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Abel with Coastline Family Chiropractic at Melbourne. If you're dealing with headaches, migraine, lower back pain, or sciatica, we're making an open invitation to make an initial consultation in our office. Remember, pain and discomfort is not a lifestyle to adapt to. No matter what season in life you're in, we're always here to help. Once again, Dr. Abel with Coastline Family Chiropractic at Melbourne, and I will see you at the office.